A lot of people will tell you guys, you got to spend money to make money, right? A lot of people will tell you that advice. So we're going to take that concept and apply it to real estate. So here's how it works. About 2008, 2009, Miami, no one had any money. It was basically a ghost town. Well, I saw that as an opportunity coming from New York. What I did is I came down and, I bought almost everything. And I did that on pennies on the dollar. And I can remember when I did that everyone thought I was nuts. I can remember even looking back where you guys see here, these buildings and these houses, they had no lights on. I'm in the penthouse right now, in Miami Beach, one of my properties that I remember scoping it out and saying, wow, I got to put up $8 million for that. But I said, man, this one day is going to pay, because I'm willing to take the risk, right? Well, what do you know, several years later, it's valued at almost $14 million, as you can see right there. Got the complete wraparound, it's 360, goes around the whole place, unobstructed views. I'm going to take you guys on a tour later of the inside, but no risk, no reward. So out of my 20 income streams that I do have, I would say that this has paid off beneficially as probably number 16 out of 20. It's definitely not even in my top 5, but it is fun. I love to move around a lot because I like to be free. I like doing what I want, when I want, however I want. But you guys got to keep something in mind. You always got to look where nowhere else is looking. If you're looking when everyone else is looking, then most likely you're not going to find anything, purely due to the fact that everyone's looking there. Well, I was looking where nowhere else was looking. People thought the recession's going to hit, Miami's going to stay just as. So the whole thing with it is, since you got to spend money to make money, right? People would say, well, how do I get that money as capital? Well, it's simple. You always have to have multiple streams. I don't have anyone telling me what to do, which plays back into the freedom factor. So for me, it's like I got into real estate because I said, I just want to move around a lot. I wasn't even trying to make money, to be honest. I just didn't want to have to answer to anybody about how many times I want to move and keep losing money over and over, consistently losing money. So I was like, well, if I can buy at least one property, maybe that will allow me to leverage it when I want to leave, rent it, and I'm not taking an L, taking a loss, right? So the thing to me is that I care about being able to move around. So people are like, oh my God, you're so smart at real estate and you made all this money in real estate. I mean, yeah, but it was kind of an accident. Like it wasn't something that I did on purpose, because something that I would do on purpose, I would have went out with a different strategy. So I've been lucky in that sense. But I did recognize good opportunity, and you never want to blow good opportunity. Miami up until about 2013 was just an amazing opportunity. It was a time when literally banks weren't even lending money because the market was so bad. And so what happened is people just had by default no choice but to let go of their shit. And when they did that, I bought it all. Now, another part of what you guys need to know, is that when you get real estate, and I don't care how nice it is, you will sit down on it for a while. So don't expect like a quick money flip. A lot of these people out there, they're talking about like almost the concept of buying something and selling it within half a year and turning a crazy profit. For example, this place right here, I'm gonna take you guys on a tour inside. Sorry, I try to whistle. In a minute. So this one up here is a penthouse, 4,000 square feet, 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom. Bought it at $8 million, put another $2 million into it, and I'll probably end up selling it for about 16 to 17 million in a 5-year span. I'm gonna rent it out actually this Monday for $40,000 a month. This market is a market where people have to have money, right? So here's another thing. When you don't have capital and you're going into a cheap market trying to play real estate cheap, it's gonna be a lot harder. You gotta put up the money, because people who have money to spend, the people you wanna rent out to or sell to, they have to be liquid. So here in Miami, we got a huge level of Venezuelans and Hispanic influence money from South America, where $40,000 to $50,000 a month for them is like taking a leak. So they're not going to even blink at that. But if you go to another market, let's say you're in Columbus, Ohio, then that's going to be a lot of money. So my whole thing with it is I was willing to put up the capital, or you got to be willing to take risks, put up the capital, and look where no one else is looking. That is the key as far as real estate. But really, I just do it for freedom. I do it because I like to move around, whether I'm here, New York, LA, Vegas, the Bay Area, anything I feel like doing, I just don't want to take a loss on. So I don't really have an emotional connection to real estate. That's what I would also suggest for you guys. Do not have an emotional connection to it. If you have an emotional connection to your place, you're never going to actually make any money because you're so emotionally attached to the place. What did this person do? I'm like, look, I'm in this to be able to move around. That's all I care about doing. I don't care if there's an extra, scratch on the floor, scratch on the couch. That's really the key. But you got to have the money first from your other income streams, then you can play around with the real estate. I think there's too many people right now that are just getting into real estate because it's like the in thing to do and they know absolutely jack. Ask yourself a question. How many people do you know that call themselves realtors or real estate agents? I mean, like every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry is a real estate agent. Do they know anything? No, they don't. I'm gonna tell you guys the secrets to actually making money in real estate. But if you just want some freedom, I'll tell you how to not take a loss either. Guys gotta understand, everything's in the details. Everything is in the details. I feel like a lot of people, they try to skimp out or they try to just not even pay attention. And they think, oh, if I have a nice place, I can just skip the details. No, you can't, because that's what life's about. It's about details. It is all about details. Let me tell you something. It may seem like, especially in real estate, you might want to skimp out, try to get a cheap property or, whatever the case may be. Just redoing it here, probably spent about $4 million in details. Do you guys understand what that is? Keeping my voice down right now because my baby cousin's sleeping. So, but I mean, come on, guys. You gotta pay for the fucking details, man. You got 4,000 square feet here. We can't be playing games. Can't just be doing whatever. Can't be doing whatever. All about the details. He's sleeping back there. See, and the crazy thing is, I love freedom so much, right? Do what I want, when I want, how I want, wherever I want. And have nobody tell me any different. But when I got into real estate, I was just looking to not take a loss. I was like, it's kind of like I love exotic cars, right? I love exotic cars so much, I'm just like, man, if I have any more of these things sitting down, I'm just gonna take a loss. Gotta be smarter, right? Once you start doing that, look at this, is fucking incredible. I gotta show you guys. This is just the kitchen off balcony. It's insane. It's like, people are like, why would you spend fucking 80 grand on a fridge? Cause it's the best. Do the best or do nothing. I don't like fucking people who are middle of the road. You got these, everyone's middle of the road. Go here or go here. I'm not an in here kind of guy. Gotta go here. I lived my whole life like that. When I was broke, I was thinking the same way. I was like, if I can't at least ride in a Bentley, I'd rather just fucking take Uber, public transportation, whatever it is. I'm not just gonna fucking drive a 3 Series BMW. That's what made America bad. Mediocrity, right? So I'm all about being unmediocre. Unmediocre is the key. Once you start being mediocre, your whole life's mediocre. Your girl's mediocre. Your place is mediocre. Your car's mediocre. Everything just kind of seems okay. I want to have it to where you're passionate about life, you love life, you have fun, but you do it from here. Do it from here. That's the way I've become so successful. So spend $3, $4, $5 million on an interior, cheap price to pay, to be proud of something, to have happiness, and to make it worth it. Now, let me explain to you guys what happened basically in Miami between 2008 north. Nobody was willing and had any money, right? So a lot of the people, even investors, I knew personal friends of mine that were personal high leverage investors that were like, we're not gonna touch that place. We're just not gonna touch that place. So I saw that as a risk-taking, high reward, high payout opportunity. What I mean is, a lot of the times these self-proclaimed guru real estate types or influencers in general are going to point you in a direction they almost don't want you to go on purpose because they want it for themselves. The problem is, when you listen to these people, and a lot of them here even on YouTube, the problem with it is they are doing it so they can make money from you to do this, to do this kind of stuff. this is this is my newest place. I'm gonna rent it out, right? 14 million. Okay. It's a little sunny right now, so I have all the shades closed. This is 360-degree panoramic across here, right? Show you guys a little piece of artwork. But here's the thing that happened. They almost don't want you to know their secrets because they want to keep them secrets to themselves. You ever remember that saying, the rich get richer, the poor get what? Poorer. This is some of the boom boom room. Save that for later. Bedrooms in here, maid's quarters. But here's the problem. While they're not telling you the truth, which is what I'm here to do, they're telling you lies so that you can just give them a little bit of money and not see anything in return, and they can bait you to their next product, their next course, their next fucking event. Like, fuck off with the events, okay? I'm the real deal. I am here to tell you the raw, real truth. Not only just about business, not only just about real estate, but about my 20 different streams of income and about life. 14 million? I didn't pay 14 million for this fucking place. When I got this place, it was a piece of junk. It was destroyed. It was old. Paid $8 million for it. It's the penthouse. Let me back up. You guys can see. Do I tilt? Well, I'll open that later for you guys. You'll probably see it in another video. But I did it because I said, you know what? I for sure can get this money back. And I'm happy to tell you guys literally the same advice that I told myself. Let me sit down on one of these things. These things are funky. And the problem with these other influencers is they're not really telling you the truth. And by doing that, they're just baiting you to their next product, their next coach, their next advice, their next thing, but you never really get anywhere. I actually want to see you guys make money. I don't want to have to pay and ask people for testimonials. I want you guys to give me legit testimonials, be like, I made money with G. He's the real deal. That's all I want, because I'm not in this for the money. Fortunately in life, I've already had most of my dreams fulfilled. My newest dream is to help you guys, but I want you guys to see results. Fucking point blank period. I don't see a whole lot of value in me not showing you results, so I have to show you the results, right? It's like I can show you better than I can tell you. That's a pretty good saying, but here's the other thing about it too. You know, now by having freedom, which is why I got even into real estate to start, was for freedom. I said, I can't just get place after place after place after place, because I felt that it was morally unjust, maybe the word, to just keep spending and spending and spending and spending and not have really anything to show or even make up the loss. So to me, that comes from just, you know, struggling early on, childhood, having nothing, single parent household, and all those things really make a difference in how you value a dollar. So I was like, even when I was younger, and I would think I already could foresee what I wanted, I knew that I would never be wasteful. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I lose $1, I'm fucking pissed off the whole day I think about it. Like, even everyone's like, oh my God, you're such a positive person. Not really. I've taught myself how to be positive. I've taught myself to value $1. I've taught myself these things. I didn't have mentors. I didn't have the people a lot of you guys, and especially the younger age range, have now to lean on and listen to and go on YouTube and go on Insta and go on Snap and go on Periscope and go on Facebook. It was just me figuring shit out by myself. So that led me to not ever being wasteful, which led me into always having the rotation. I like personally switching environments a lot. Just don't want to have it sit. It's kind of like someone who has, 30 cars, they drive one, the rest collect dust and they break. It's kind of just bad energy, Like for me, and speaking of cars, I've literally had every car I've ever wanted. I've had my dream car, the Bentley GT Coupe, the Mercedes, all the BMWs when I was younger, the Porsches, the Range Rovers, the Rolls Royce, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, and now I'm just on to what do I truly want and what's going to be fun. But the best way I can explain it to you guys is never forget, even if you're doing a small real estate deal right now and you're watching this and it's like, this doesn't apply to me, it does apply to you, because look, I would rather wait for the big play, then try to do a bunch of small plays. I see a lot of advice given to like, go buy a single door $40,000 unit and turn it around for 60 in like 3 years. It's just not lucrative enough for people of our generation, I mean the young people, to do or care about. And these real estate funds that are out there, they're not gonna make you any money. You're leveraging someone else's money, but that's another topic for another day. And I can literally show you guys how to just save up enough to buy one nice thing that you can turn. I wanna turn one nice thing. I don't wanna turn 25 pieces of junk. It's kinda like, do you want one supermodel or do you want 45 ugly chicks? I'm gonna take the supermodel, but maybe that's just me. Now, in real estate, it's better to wait for the supermodel because the supermodel will pay you 30x, 40x, 100x in 2 years. The ugly chick, the cheap unit, it's gonna take a lot of time to see that money again because the demand is low, and then you gotta think about, if you're renting that out, right, who's the tenant? The tenant's probably not someone that's gonna always pay you. You're gonna have to go searching for money, and I don't like to argue over pennies. So to me, I'd rather put up the capital, make sure that I get back from the person, the renter or the buyer, cash up front, because when you have something of value, that person will pay cash up front because that's what you're attracting. You put out what you attract back. So if you put out cheap, you're gonna get cheap people. You put out expensive, you're gonna get expensive people that don't care and are gonna pay you early, keeping your money right and the energy good. You guys gotta understand that real estate's a long game. It's not a short game. It's a long game. So I don't want anyone trying to get into real estate to just sort of think that they're gonna do a quick flip. That'd be me lying to you, to be honest. It's a long game. So if you guys are looking for something more short out of my 20 streams, I'm more than happy to give that to you. But just keep in mind, real estate is, you're on the 10-yard line, you're going for the TD and Hail Mary. That's real estate. That's what it really is. That's what these guys aren't telling you. What I'm telling you is, if you guys want that short play, that quick, easy money, requires a system. And I have a system for all 20 of my income streams that you will learn as we get to know each other better. But what I can tell you is, real estate is just a long play. It's good to have in the portfolio, but it's a long play. It's a long play. You know what I look for? When I find real estate that I love, it's literally gotta make me horny. Like, you gotta be like, holy shit, like this place is making me like get a fucking Woody over here. Like, if I don't see that, I just don't even mess with it, dude. Like, cause I know what people wanna see. I know it's gotta hit. It's gotta hit. That's what we say from New York. It's gotta hit. It's gotta hit. This painting right here, $250,000.